Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be providing a long-term analysis for Synapse. We're going to talk about how we have basically this longer-term double bottom right around the 44 cent level and how this big rally over the last few weeks has brought us to reclaim some key ranges, some key levels of support, and we'll also cover some upside targets that we could expect to find some resistance in the next few weeks if we do continue on this uptrend. So if you guys enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, by the way, I will leave a link to my Twitter page in the description below. Feel free to go ahead and check that out as well. I am fairly active over there with crypto content. So once again, Synapse has formed this longer term double bottom off the zone right around 44 cents. We saw the first low, the first test of that level right here in June of 2022, forming the all-time lows. And this is when many other altcoins also had this capitulation-like event, coming back down here to form a major low. And then we also saw a retest of this level in the end of December, coming back down, holding it as support, bouncing off of it. And then since then, we have seen a rally to the upside by about 200%, really just confirming this bottoming pattern, which has also brought us back above some key levels like this zone right around 90 cents. And the 90-cent level has historically been a major zone of support and resistance. Going all the way back here to the summer of 2022, we saw that as basically the last bounce of support before that final leg down to the all-time lows. When we broke below it, we flipped it into resistance on the recovery attempts back up higher, continued resistance for a few more weeks, and then eventually when Synapse was able to break back above it, it flipped it into support, held it as support for a few attempts just before the FTX crash. So this region at 90 cents has been a very important level of support and resistance, and the break back above this level that we saw in the beginning of February is a great sign that we have a reversal to this longer term downtrend. It confirms this double bottoming pattern. And as long as Synapse is able to hold above this level as support, the daily chart to me looks very bullish. Now, if we do have some sort of continued retest, look to see if we can flip that into support. If not, these lows right around 97 cents do form as a good point for some sort of higher low. And if we do see some continuation to the upside, the next major resistance that we can look to and the next major target is going to be right around $2. And this has been a pretty key level as well, going back here to March. That was basically below the last sort of support before that big breakdown that we saw towards the middle of 2022. And then we also flipped that level into resistance on the rally in July and August. We had the first attempt resisting off of this, rejecting, coming back down, and then eventually that second retest to form this double top continued to hold it as resistance. So naturally, this is a very logical target. It's a very logical level to expect the price to gravitate towards, especially considering it is more or less the range highs of this general range that we have been in since May of 2022. And it does line up pretty well. If I were to take a measured move here, you can see the middle of the range is right around that key inflection point, and we do have the support and the resistance with two attempts on either side. So ultimately, I do think that we could see that level retested here in the next few weeks if we do have a further leg up. And I really do like to see this structure that we have developed over the last few weeks where we had a very large move up in just a few days, and now we're seeing that consolidation. This looks like some sort of flag pattern where we just have a general zone of consolidating, holding as support before potentially having another leg up higher. And I could see that either way if we do have, say, one more leg down to retest some of the lows, or if we were to have a breakout immediately. I think at some point in the next few weeks, we do see an eventual move coming back up to that range high and that resistance right around $2. And then if that level can be reclaimed, then we will have exited the range much further out from here, but I did want to mention that because that is sort of the scenario where you do get a move back up to the all-time highs. Much further out, again, I can't stress this enough, we have to play it level by level. Just focus on this consolidation pattern and potentially a breakout of this bull flag towards those range highs around $2. If we do get a retest, then we'll see how the price responds and reacts. If, say, we have some sort of deviation above this level where potentially we have a brief breakout, but it comes back into the range, that's sort of the bearish pattern where you wouldn't look to that move to the all-time highs. Or if you have a pattern that really just starts to have a confirmed breakout where we hold it as support, then this is the scenario where you would look to those all-time highs as the next target. Again, not something to focus on in the short term because we do have much further to go before we even can consider this as an option, but I did want to throw that out there because we could see that retested with the current pace of this uptrend in a fairly short amount of time, and I did want to throw that out there as a few possibilities. I hope you guys did enjoy the content and the analysis. By the way, make sure to check out my Twitter page. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. Fairly active over there with crypto content. As always, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.